the reason you've written your autobiography? What is the most compelling reason for you to come out?
You know, like all editors, I'm very vain, and I've been a traveler on the road for about 40 years. And in that period, I've had some experiences, good, bad, indifferent. And like most editors, I think I've had a very exciting life. See, I have no great education. As I make clear in my book, I'm literally uneducated, you could say. When I was in Lucknow University, they called me and honored me. I don't know why they wanted to honor me, because the 2 years I spent over there were distinguished by not learning anything, and whatever little I knew, I forgot that year in Lucknow University. So when I was in England, Kingston, I got a letter from the Vice Chancellor of Lucknow University saying that I had given my BA exam and gone. And they said, you have passed third class. But even the third class degree we will not give you, because you have failed miserably in Hindi. So you please come back from London, Kingston upon Thames to Lucknow University and sit for the Hindi exam. So I politely told the Vice Chancellor to stuff it. I said, I'm not going to come from where I was. So then a couple of weeks later, I got, in special circumstances, we are giving you your degree without having passed the degree. So I got my BA third class degree without doing the mandatory thing. So, you know, because I'm not educated and I've learned on the road, it's had both its ups and downs. For example, as I described in the book, in 1962, when I arrived in England, I was going out with an English girl at that time who was on the rebound. So she called me home for lunch one day on Sunday, and we played tennis and we drank port and all these things which I knew nothing about. The father was a very senior civil servant, and he was very unhappy that his very, very distinguished and very upmarket daughter was going out with somebody like me. So during lunch, he wanted to make some small chat with me. And he said, so, what do you think of the Colombo plan? Colombo plan? I made a real fool of myself. I never heard of the Colombo plan. And so I just stuttered and this and that and got out of it. But she dropped me.
Out of the meeting or the relationship?
Well, both out of the lunch, but the girl dropped me because she herself was on the rebound. And she dropped me because I knew nothing about the Colombo plan. So I thought, then I started to educate myself. And as I say, sometimes when I was sleeping in my bedsit room in Beaufort Road, I used to be terrified at my ignorance. I knew absolutely nothing. I had some knowledge about Lucknow and this and that, but I knew nothing of the world. So I started to learn. And when I became an editor also, I started to learn. And I hope that I have learned, as I went on, I learned a little more. And to answer your question, that's what I wanted to share. And there's a chapter in the book which I call Sweeper's Wisdom. I'm saying that I'm a sweeper in newspaper. I'm a sweeper journalist because I picked up my journalism as a sweeper. And then I offer 8 or 10 of cautionary notes to young journalists of what they should avoid and what they shouldn't.